What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? I just watched a video that is a complete illustration as to what not to do when you are a so-called OG or an elder trying to talk some sense into a youngster. This guy walks up to this kid who's at a bus stop. He's near the bus stop. He says, "What's up, player?" The youngster say, "What's up?" He say, "First of all, take all that mother animosity out of your voice." The youngster go like, "What you mean? What you mean? I don't know you." Dude say, "I'm finna give you something." The youngster say, "What, you finna give me some bullets?" He say, "Nah, I'm finna give you some knowledge and wisdom." The youngster say, "I don't want no knowledge." That should have been his cue right there to dip. You know, he's being very confrontational with the youngster. Now, I can tell the dude mean well, but his approach, way off. Dude was like, "What, you gonna give me some bullets?" So they go back and forth, and then the youngster make a move like he finna pull out that piece. He's like, "Man, I'll pop you." And dude was like, the youngster confessed that, "Man, if I wasn't on this live, I'll pop you." And this is how easy it is to get popped. Running up on somebody, especially one of these youngsters, trying to have a conversation and not knowing how to have a conversation. Because I could tell that the older dude, he thought that his conversation, he thought that his age alone was going to command the respect. A lot of these youngsters, they ain't got no respect for no age whatsoever. Most of it is the fault of the elders because they didn't teach them any manners. And also, many of the elders have abused the youngsters, have neglected the youngsters, have misused the youngsters. So a lot of the youngsters just don't have any respect for them. But they know that they are supposed to respect their elders. But you got to give them something to respect. So it's all about how you carry yourself. When you speak to these youngsters, you don't walk right up, "Hey, look here, you need to do this," and start cussing and all. Man, you're going to miss the mark. No matter how bad they may need it, you're going to miss the mark. It's an old saying, you catch more bees with honey than you do vinegar. So it's all about the approach. Let's say that was me. I'm the OG walking up on the youngster. I might come with, "Okay, I think what's up, player, all right. Okay, hey, what's up? Let me holler at you for a minute." "What you want to holler at me for?" "You know, I want to give you some game right quick, you know." "Man, I don't need no game. I don't need." "Okay, all right, got you." Choom. Simple as that. I'm not going to sit there and argue with him, sit there and try to debate, try to convince him that I'm finna give him this life-saving game. You either take it or leave it. Right now, as far as approaching a youngster, even a total stranger, me, when I approach him, I'm batting 1,000. In baseball, that's a perfect score. That's a perfect batting average, 1,000. That means I don't miss. That means every single time I step up to the plate, I get on base. And that is because I understand how to communicate with these youngsters, especially the ones who are far gone, because I was one of those dudes. So a lot of these cats, they really can't relate because they ain't never been that far gone. Or maybe they can relate, but because they're older, they have a certain amount of arrogance and entitlement where they feel they can talk to these youngsters any kind of way. And that ain't cool. It's never been cool. I remember growing up, that was a commercial, a PSA that used to come on. And it was called Kids Are People Too. That means they got feelings. That means they got emotions. That means that they want to be respected too. That means that you don't just automatically get respect just because you're an elder. It's all about how you carry yourself. I personally think that most kids want to respect adults. But a kid is going to get away with as much as an adult allow them to get away with. They are going to do as much as you allow them to do. I walked up to a gas station once, at one of those convenience store gas stations, and these little youngsters were standing outside. I mean, just cussing away. They couldn't have been more than 15, 16 years old. Just cussing up a storm. And I walk up, I say, "What's up, fellas?" They looking around, yeah. I say, "Man, now y'all know, if y'all was out here cussing like that, and y'all mamas was out here or something, it might be a problem." Now, it may not have been a problem, but because I injected myself in as an elder, as someone who commands respect, demands respect, they dialed it back. It was like, yeah, I bad. Because they know what they doing. They know it ain't really cool to talk like that around adults. They know that. But one of the problems is that they're not held accountable. And then also because a lot of older people want to assimilate to the youngsters. They want to come down to their level and they want to be like them. They want to talk like them. They want to act like them. So the lines are blurred. So there is no levels. The youngsters see them, the elders, like them. So there's no respect, or very little respect. Even if you look at every neighborhood, you look at the hood, there are few elders who command respect and get respect from the youngsters in the neighborhood. And it's all about how they carry themselves. And if you watch those elders, they all have a level of respect, the way they talk to the youngsters. They all got that. They got that in common. Those elders that are reckless and talk to them youngsters any kind of way, they end up on the ground. Oftentimes, they end up on the ground. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Or they end up killing one of them youngsters and then they go to prison. So fam, the bottom line is, it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. And you just got to remember that kids are people too. These youngsters, some of these youngsters are grown. They grown men, they're grown women. And they're not about to allow someone who they don't even know oftentimes to just inject themselves in into their lives and tell them how they should be living. You know, you're giving the game, absolutely. You're trying to give them some life-saving game and help them. But you gotta be mindful that they may not want your help. They may not respect your help at all. They may be going through something psychologically. Well, they ain't trying to hear nothing from nobody. So you got to be careful how you approach people, because everybody is not going to give you that latitude to say whatever you want to say to them and walk off. Some of these youngsters will just down you. Now, the ones who will go that far, they don't even think that far. They don't even think that they're throwing their lives away. Some of them feel like they ain't got nothing to live for already. So downing you ain't no big deal. Hell, downing you might be the second or third person they down. So it's not a big deal to them. So fam, just be mindful. I'm not trying to discourage anybody from giving game to the youngsters, I encourage that because that's what's going to take. That's the reason why a lot of these youngsters out here doing things backwards right now. The elders have missed the mark. The elders have not done their job in giving the game and passing the game on, because a lot of elders are afraid to talk to the youngsters. I'm not afraid to talk to the youngsters. I'm cautious about it because I know all of them ain't got good understanding. But I'm not afraid of the youngsters. I'm not afraid of them. I don't want to bring them no harm. I don't want them to bring me any harm. I love the youngsters. I love them for real because I was them. So I know exactly what they're going to take, the worst of the worst ones, and that was me. So I know exactly what they're going through. I know what it took for the elders to reach me. So I return it, I reciprocate that when I talk to youngsters that I'm trying to reach. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?